Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
I didn't know that you hit go.
Yes, I hit go. We're on. We are recording.
We're here.
Welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Ray.
This is...
We're coming to you from Stratford, Connecticut. It
Yes.
is Saturday, November 27th?
6th. And it is...
Small Business Saturday.
It is. And today is episode 74.
Yes.
Of our knitting podcast. We're talking about knits, crochets, buying of products.
Some needle felting.
Needle felting and yarn dyeing.
And did you say buying?
I said buying of products. Good. So, welcome. I hope you guys get to stick through. It's going to be chatty. There's a lot of stuff to show.
There is. I feel
lot
extremely
of
unprepared.
Yeah, so we are... I guess we'll just jump
Do you think we need more light?
No, I think actually the light looks pretty good today.
Really?
We're not all, shiny.
I feel pixelated.
I know it does look a little pixelated on the screen, but that's okay.
I think it's because of the lighting.
I think we're fine. So...
Well, let's start off, because, okay, two things. If you're watching this any other day but today, if you're watching this tomorrow is Sunday. If you're watching this Sunday before 1 p.m., stop and join the, so at 1 p.m., Cabin Boy Knits will be live. We're doing a special Tube Dudes Holiday Edition 2022. A bunch of us podcasters, makers, knitters, crocheters, sewists,
quilters,
are all getting together, and we're gonna have a fun 5-hour filled.
Stop picking.
Were you trying to hold my hand?
No, I was.
No, I'm rubbing that stuff in because
picking.
I'm rubbing this in.
Okay.
We'll talk about this again. So anyway, you derailed me. So we're having a really fun holiday,
event, a YouTube live event where we're all just going to talk about holiday stuff, makes, foods, drinks.
To kind of kick some things off, and if you want to join us and get some inspiration or some company around the holidays, then come on down.
Yeah,
we're going to be going live at 3 p.m.
Eastern
Standard Time. And that'll be really, really fun.
Yeah, this is the brainchild of Chip and Aaron from
Yes.
Fiber Hustle. So they've done a great job of putting this together, getting us all together to talk about all the details. So it's going to be a really fun day.
Yeah.
We're going to have some surprises during every live.
Every segment.
So, and the idea is we're all going to go live for about a half an hour to 45 minutes so that if you do want to view everybody, you have an opportunity to step away, take a bit of a break, do whatever you need to do before the next one starts. I know it's hard to believe that we are going to keep our segment to 45 minutes.
You don't want to do the half an hour?
So... yeah, it's going to be a good time. I am really looking forward to
same.
it. I know all of us are. It's really exciting. And hopefully it goes well and it's something that we do again in the future. And we could include some other podcasts in it.
Yeah, so we're going to... you're going to jump from podcast to podcast. So we'll start with Cabin Boy Knits. After they're done, we bounce over to Stuart,
who's the Wool Patch,
and then us, and then et cetera, et cetera. So you go jump, and there'll be a link to everybody's podcast, so you can kind of take a little 15-minute break and then jump right in. But we're gonna be, hopefully, the plan is for us to be in everybody's chat and kind of chat a little bit. We're gonna kind of moderate a few channels.
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
It's gonna be a really good day. So I hope you guys get to join us.
We have a few things that we've completed that we're not going to show today, so you have to tune in tomorrow to see it.
Yes. And then second little admin-y thing is our Westies Unite knit along is still going, or make along is still going on. We're co-hosting with Michael from Piece for Piece, who's also taking part in the
Tube Dudes
Dudes. So that runs until the end of the month.
This is our last podcast before
it is.
We draw prizes.
So we have a chatter thread. We have an FO thread. Both of those are on Ravelry. And then on Instagram, you can use the hashtag NATRPEACE, PEACE, to enter for giveaways from us and from Michael. So thank you to all who have participated.
Yeah, it's been so great. And we've been knitting along, but you'll see that the mystery knit along is just...
yeah. It's still a mystery.
It's still a mystery. But seeing your projects has really inspired us. Going to start another Stephen West thing we'll talk about at the beginning of the year.
I have so many that I want to do.
Same, but I have to stay focused.
I currently have 2 on my needles, actually.
You do?
Yeah, I also have my...
Did you enter the chatter thread?
No, I also have the Garter Abyss on my needle still,
Oh, yeah.
which was supposed to be done for Rhinebeck.
You need to get
Never
going.
did.
Yeah, Rhinebeck already happened.
I know. All right, so that's kind of the admin-y stuff. Let's talk about our 2 weeks.
Let's talk about, yes. Okay, so we're going to preface this episode with we need to be on a yarn diet.
We are going on a yarn diet after today.
Right. Well, we determined that we were going to go on a yarn diet last week after we visited our wonderful friends over at Yarnia in New Jersey, which we'll talk about a little bit later when we start showing some of the things. What a lovely shop. Lovely shop. It's Small Business Saturday. I know I said that. So any of these small businesses that we mentioned today, a lot of them are having some sales, or it would be nice to just go and support them. So,
and even though Small Business Saturday is just today, to keep going with that theme, our friends over at We Share Needles are doing like a
Maddie
support.
And
Maddie and Kristen.
Yep.
We Share Needles podcast here on YouTube. They also have an Instagram page. They're also having a make along that starts soonish, if it hasn't already. That is to support your local yarn store. So you buy something from your local yarn store, some yarn to make your project, and then you can enter into their knit along. So definitely check them out.
Yes,
and
they're working
get
with
the details.
Skein Yarn Shop, which is really cool. We met a lot of customers from that yarn shop. They're very, very dedicated and supportive crew. And
we met customers or people?
Customers
and
people that like.
I was going to say, I thought I know.
They had a whole posse. And so anyway, we're going to be making some plans to visit them probably in the summertime or so.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
So our 2 weeks, they've been. So we've done a lot.
We have done a lot.
It's been a good 2 weeks, and it's been a hard 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After our last podcast, I barely knit for almost a full week. I just I didn't have the emotional or mental space to do anything. Like I was coming home from work and just laying on the couch. Mm-hmm. I just didn't have it. It's been really tough for both of us. I think the past 2 weeks with Tarquin, especially the holidays.
Yeah.
So here in the U.S., we had American Thanksgiving on Thursday, which was a lovely lovely
really
day.
nice.
It was rough emotionally. You have your habits and you have things that you're used to when you have a pet in the house, and then those things that you don't have to worry about, like, oh, the door's open, right. Things like that. So I don't know, something triggered me on Thursday, and I literally was like cooking with tears like coming down my face. So it's been a lovely 2 weeks, but it's been a difficult one.
Yeah.
So I did not do a lot of knitting over the last 2 weeks. The majority of it's been in the last week. Mm-hmm. But we went to visit Knit New Haven 2 weekends ago.
Yep.
It was there, I think, after our last podcast we went.
Yes.
We went and got our haircut and then went to Knit New Haven.
Sassy Black Yarns was there. They were doing a trunk show. So we got to meet her. We made a few purchases.
Yeah, and she's a Connecticut-based dyer.
Yeah. So that was really, really lovely. We hung out there. We were there for a little bit longer than I expected us to be there.
Yeah, we were there. We just hung out, browsed, made some purchases. It was their, I want to say, 11th anniversary.
Yeah, it was their anniversary sale.
And we had some gift cards that your mother got us for our birthdays this year and some other gifts. So it was really nice to go and support Knit New Haven during their anniversary, and also really not to spend any of our own money on it. We got to use gift cards. So
we did spend a little bit of our money, but not much.
Not me.
I did, because I bought some cashmere.
Did
I buy cashmere? Yes, I did.
So that was lovely. We're actually going to head there today because one of my purchases, I did not buy enough yarn to complete a project that you'll see in a little bit.
Because why read patterns and
I know
yardage requirements?
I read the grams. I didn't read the yardage, so that was my fault.
Okay.
And then, as Ray alluded to, last weekend we went to Yarnia, which the owners of the shop, Kathleen, Jen, and Amanda, also have a podcast here on YouTube. It's called Chronicles of Yarnia.
Yeah.
So they are located in Montclair, New Jersey, and we drove there, and it's only about an hour and a half drive for us, so it wasn't awful at all, to be honest.
It's definitely a different drive than, say, to Rhinebeck.
It is. There's a little more
highways.
Yeah.
Like city highways. But it was a lovely little town.
It
was very interesting because Kathleen was talking about how there's different focal points in the town.
Yeah.
Like town centers almost. I know that sounds counter intuitive, but there were a couple of different nodes in the town. So they were really cute area where it was located. Apparently there was a nice coffee shop. We didn't do any of walking around, but we spent a lot of time in the yarn shop. So it was so welcoming. We walked in. It was lovely. They had a nice big table. We sat at the table. We knit. We chatted. We met our friend Pam.
Yes.
Which was lovely to see her in person. I think that was our first time meeting her in person.
It was. Right? Yeah, she was going to be at Rhinebeck, but something happened and she wasn't able to make it. So she had made a trip to Vermont. And she sent us.
Yeah,
she sent us some yarn that she got while she was there. So it was
really
lovely to meet her. It's always fun to meet people, especially when you get to put the face to the name that you see on Instagram or in the comments of YouTube.
And to be able to hang out, like to sit down and actually have a conversation. It was really, really nice. And then, we did a tour of the yarn shop and we made some purchases.
We did. And I think afterwards what we said is, what's really great about visiting a different yarn store than your local one is that you find stuff that your local yarn store doesn't carry, or you're going to find a yarn that maybe you're not familiar with.
Something new to you, maybe something local.
So it was really, really nice because they had a lot of yarn that I haven't seen before at stores that we've gone to. So it was great to see that. They have a beautiful space. It was just so welcoming and cozy in there. It's really, really nice.
Totally. They had a sock knitting machine there in the corner, which kind of pushed us, I think, a little bit farther along.
We're doing it.
We're actually having conversations about it.
I know. I'm going to reach out.
We haven't pulled the trigger, but
I'm reaching out. I'm going to reach out to 2 people and get their opinion on what cylinders and ribbers we should get. So I'm going to send them messages this weekend and get some feedback, but it's going to happen.
That would be you, Aquila.
It is going to be Aquila.
So yeah, I mean, it was really a lovely couple of weeks.
Wait,
what?
And then,
oh my God,
guys, then if you're from this
I don't
area,
want to say the best part because it was really nice.
No, it wasn't the best part, but so Kathleen and her husband took us. We went to lunch with them,
right? Which ended up being about 2:30 in the afternoon because
we got there later than we had thought we were going to. We got
there about 12.
Right, but we were expecting to get there between 11 and 12, so we were definitely later. But either way, they brought us to this place called Star Tavern. Oh. It's a pizza place in, I think it was Orange, New Jersey.
Yeah. Wow, what a great memory you have.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, of course.
And it was fantastic pizza.
Let me move some of the best. Your head's got a little bit too big.
Some of the best pizza.
Oh my gosh, it was delicious.
So good.
It was
so
thin crust,
good.
Super flavorful. They serve it with paper plates and paper napkins, which is the best way. If you know how to eat pizza. This is the right pizza. It was really lovely. Yeah. I could have eaten so many more.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't want to look like a glutton. I was ready to grab more pizza.
It was delicious.
Yeah, but I wanted Kathleen.
I wish it was closer.
Me too,
because I would get it all the time.
Well, it would be dangerous. Can you imagine if we had that and Haven hot chicken? We would be screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? And then Thanksgiving we had Thanksgiving here at our house. Your mother cooked turkey and stuffing.
Yes, thank God. Thank you, Mom.
One of your brothers cooked turkey as well. He actually grilled it, which was really good.
He marinated it and grilled it.
Delicious.
My dad used to marinate chicken to put on the grill with some Italian dressing and seasonings and different things like that, onions and whatnot. It was really, really delicious, and it was always a staple in grilling season, in the summertime. So my brother ended up taking over that part of things and got the recipe from my dad and has been making it. So he ended up doing the turkey the same way.
It was so good.
So good. He grilled it for 4 hours, I think it was, something like that.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It was lovely. We had 16 or 17 people in the house. We had to rearrange our dining room a little bit, cooked a bunch of sides here. So it was a really nice day. Mm-hmm. And then we went to my brother's after that.
Yep.
And hung out with his
side of the family.
His wife's family. And then, so we went there. In addition to your family, my sister and my uncle came here for Thanksgiving. So it was just a really great day. And
yeah, it was nice.
Now we've just kind of been relaxing and doing some organization around the house.
We went to the dump this morning.
We had breakfast, which we never do.
It was McDonald's, but still, it was still breakfast.
All right.
We're not getting Haven hot chicken today.
We are not, guys.
We have lots of leftovers.
We do.
We have a lot of desserts.
We do.
So if you want to come over for something sweet, please
For some
come on
coffee
by.
in.
Coffee in.
All right, so let's talk about some knitting.
Let's talk about
Well, I'm going to do one thing first. Before we talk about knitting, we kind of were rushed in the last episode, and we didn't get through the rest of our purchases from...
Yeah, maybe if we front load some of our acquisitions, it won't look bad.
So this is really all we
This is what's
got.
left over from the Fiber Festival of New England.
Yes, so Katrinkles was there. They had a really lovely booth, and we decided to get some stitch markers. So we got this set of sweater ones. Really cute. I'm going to use one today. This one that has just
This one's
some,
really cute
like
for socks.
knit two together, beginning of round, SSK. So just some markers so you know what to do like when you get there. What else?
What does that say, bar? What does that mean?
Beginning of round?
Oh, B-O-R.
Yeah. Yeah. So really, really cute. And then got this sample pack, which I haven't opened. It's a mystery
It's like
pack.
a
So
mystery
it's just
pack.
a bunch of random stitch markers in here. And then that.
So this is what I first saw and I first grabbed. I thought it was really, really adorable. These are washable tags that you can put on the back of your sweater. It says this is the back. It's that cute little sheep's hiney.
Let's see. Let's look.
Oh.
Oh, look. So they're got some like...
Oh, these are cute.
They're cute. Wait, there's the camera. Little stars.
Hearts. Mittens.
Oh, a mitten. A mitten. And then some hearts.
Oh, all different colors.
Yeah, they're all different colors.
That's cute.
They're cute.
Yeah. Look how clear that is. You can see my eyeball.
You can. All right.
Okay.
And then I don't remember where we got this from.
I don't know.
Oh, we did.
Oh, we did. Oh,
Okay.
good.
So we saw these and we wanted to try them out. They're the new swivel cords from Chowgo. Mm-hmm. So you can use these if you have their current set. You can
Does
definitely...
that have the name of the shop right there?
Oh, maybe. Oh, Four Hearts Farm is where we bought them from. So they had a booth there. So we got a 30-inch and an 8-inch so that we could use this for hats and this for like shawls and stuff.
Yeah.
So just to give them a try instead of
Yeah.
Buying the full set. That's
And a lot
out
of
now.
you have gotten the new Chowgo set, the wooden one that we've been seeing it on Instagram. Comment below if you've used it and let us know what you think. We were kind of on the fence about it, but there are the 5-inch tips, and we
don't use those often.
know because we knit a lot of hats and stuff. And we use the 4-inch tips. I have to blow my nose.
Okay. So
Wait.
bless you.
Thank you.
All right.
It's been a hell of a season for me with my allergies.
It really has.
It's been really
It
bad.
started
Probably
back in
one of
like
the worst.
October where it started
Yeah.
getting really bad.
Yeah.
So one thing that we've done in our organization is we went through one of the closets here and there's been bins of actually stuff that I've made in the past
Yeah.
that I haven't woven in my ends or they've been blocked and I just don't wear them and I don't know what to do with them. So what we did on Thanksgiving is a bunch of the hats that we've already made and maybe we don't wear often, we washed them and we blocked them before Thanksgiving and we had them outside in a bin and allowed anybody to take anything that was in there. There was hats.
We have
in
an
one
enclosed front porch, not outside like
Right.
in the weather.
Yeah, we had a bunch of hats and then one shawl, I think.
Yes.
So those all went, and then when we were organizing yesterday, we found another bin with a bunch more stuff. So
yeah, we like to give for like holidays. We like to give like parting gifts, like for people. Like last year, I think we did, or 2 years ago, we ended up doing lock and locks. Like they were like Tupperware kind of containers.
and then everybody was able to pack their food in it
Yeah,
to go, their
to take it home.
leftovers.
So this year was like the hats, which is really, I think, a really cool thing.
So here's a scarf that I made a long time ago. This is all out of Stonehenge fiber. It's just a garter, and I used 2 skeins, and I alternated rows. It's very similar to the idea of Spin Cycle, where it's a color-changing yarn.
Now they don't sell these online anymore, right?
No, they don't sell it in stores. You can only buy it online.
You can
from
only
them.
buy it online.
Yes.
So I guess we'll have to have this link down below.
And this is a fingering weight yarn.
No 2 skeins are alike.
No 2 skeins are alike. It's really...
So you can kind of see it is Spin Cycle-esque.
Yeah. And I think I just slipped a stitch. No, I didn't do anything special for the edging. But
So
really
it's just
fun.
garter. There's no pattern.
And then here's this one, which again is just garter. It's 2 rows of one color and then 2 garter ridges of one color and then 1 garter ridge of the next.
Oh, I don't know if I can really see that.
This one you can't. Here you can start seeing it.
Oh yeah,
and
look at that.
So
That's
I used
so fun.
the main color was a gray, and then I just did some different blues that I had throughout. I did an I-cord edge, and I have no idea what yarn this is. I feel like it's maybe like a Barocco or a Rowan.
Oh, it could be Rowan.
I'm for sure that I probably got
this.
This
Actually looks a little
Haven.
thicker.
It's worsted weight.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's definitely worsted weight. But
Really?
It's a really nice length.
It's got a really nice drape to it. I've never knit a scarf.
You know what though? I don't think that they would be as bad as knitting a shawl.
No,
right? Maybe 50 stitches on here, and then you just kind of go. And then
we have our bin started for Christmas.
Yeah. The only thing in here that's not a hat is this is a bandana cowl that I made. This is knit out of Wool of the Andes bulky, I think.
It's so fun to like go through old things. Although I had some anxiety when Kevin kept pulling all these things out and their ends weren't waved in.
Well, these all had them. This is like just the ombre type of hat that I don't know what I did. It's Brooklyn Tweed Perry, though.
What pattern? You don't know the pattern?
No, I made it up.
Slip stitches or something?
I just made it up. No, I just Yeah, I just did knit one gray, knit one white, and then I did it. And the next round, I did knit one white, knit one gray, just to alternate. Like you can see, here's the beginning of the round, so you can see it a little bit. This is out of some Malabrigo.
This is really cute.
Yeah, I think this is really cute. This is a worsted weight. I probably did a US 8 on this, and at the time when I first started knitting, I don't think I knew to do a tighter brim. So
you don't necessarily have to.
No, but it helps. Yeah, but there's a bunch. This is, I actually really like this one. I want to say this is maybe Brooklyn. No, that's a lie. I think this is
it's like thick.
I think this is the bulky from Knit Picks, possibly. So yeah, here's another one. This is huge. This one has just like a roll bottom, no brim. Another Malabrigo. They at Knit New Haven, I don't know if they do carry Rios. That's where I started buying Malabrigo from. It's a really beautiful superwash yarn.
Yeah,
it is. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a single ply.
Look how nice you did your ribbing. Like your stitches were so even over here.
Thanks. It's a really beautiful yarn to work with. Another one out of Malabrigo.
And you did these before I was a knitter, so I didn't even know what to look for. I'm just like, oh, there's another hat. That's cool. Do you know what decreases you used and stuff like that? Like that's really fun. Like where you got that from?
So typically, I think when I was just starting to make hats, I did worsted weight yarn, 80 stitches on a US 8, knit to whatever length I wanted, and then this has
Decrease
I think 10.
8?
Yeah, decrease every. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, so decrease
every 10.
Every 10 is how I started.
And then you do a decrease every 10, then a decrease every
9, so on and so forth. So yeah, so we're gonna put these out again.
Nice.
At like Christmas time.
These are lovely.
And let people take whatever they want.
Yeah.
I think the scarves I'm gonna keep. I actually like this one.
I like the scarves. The scarves are really cool.
We'll keep these.
Yeah. Do I have? Oh no, I don't. I went through a phase when I was crocheting, and I kept getting so drawn to these yarns.
Yeah, you liked them a lot. They actually still have some at Knit.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because this is fun. I don't know if I have other plans for knitting.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's just some fun stuff to show. I think that's a really good way to do like a gift knit if you have some worsted weight yarn. Just cast on 80 stitches with a US 7, do some ribbing, switch to US 8, and make it however long you want, and just start your decreases. So that's kind of the random knitting. Let's talk about our actual FOs.
Okay.
I have one.
How about what I'm wearing?
What are you wearing?
Thanks. I'm wearing the Ranger by Jared Flood. I wear this all the time. This is knit with Trilogy yarn, her 100% non-superwash wool. There's no colorway. It was just a random thing. She had dyed it for herself. She didn't really care for how it came out. But I think it lends itself really, really well to this pattern. I wear this all the time. This is 2 years old, maybe?
Yeah, because you wore it to... No, it's just over a year. You wore it to Rhinebeck last year.
I did. And it's all over the house. I just gleaned it today. Still have a little bit more to do, but...
Yeah, that's...
Because it's worn so much, like, it starts pilling a little bit and stuff. But
Yeah, you do wear it quite often.
almost every day.
So I have one FO, and I have, like, one whip that I worked on and a second one that I can now talk about.
Great. I have 2 FOs that I can talk about. I had did a super secret test knit, which is not coming out until second week of December, I think.
Okay.
So I may be able to show that the next podcast or the one after that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 whips, maybe.
Oh, wow.
And I also have 2 smaller projects that I'm saving for tomorrow.
Okay. All right, so why don't you start since you have 2 FOs?
Okay. Should we do crochet or
Do your crochet.
knitting? Okay. You guys remember this thing? This has been sitting for... This was my longest languishing whip. I'm going to have to stand up. All you OGs, you remember what this might be? Any guesses? Okay. Ugh. It's my crochet blanket. I finally finished. This is, it's huge. It's really, really large.
Oh my gosh. It's like a weighted blanket.
I know. Did I get the end? Can you see
Yeah,
that?
I can see that.
So yeah, it's very, very heavy. This is knit with Lion Brand.
Crocheted
with Lion Brand. Cover story. I had 2 of these left. My intention was to use the other 2, and I gave one to my mom, and I still have one left over, which I might make some stuffies with. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Okay.
I think that would be kind of cute. So this is what I have left of the cake. It wasn't enough to get another round full, and I'm glad that it's done. I have to give it a soak because it's been sitting for a very long time. And then I'm just going to lay it over our back deck on some towels just to like let it dry in the air after it's soaked. So this is all half double crochet. It's a pattern I made up myself. So I just chained 6 feet worth of stitches. And then I just knit it. I'm crocheted it back and forth with half double crochets. I did not add a border. I don't have the energy. And I think it's just fine the way that it is.
Yeah.
It's very, very soft, but it's very dense and very heavy.
It is.
I didn't want to have like a super holey blanket. So that's why I chose the half double crochet. I think it gives it, it gives it a little bit more density, but it's more flexible than a single crochet.
What size crochet hook did you use?
I used I used a 9mm crochet hook. It's downstairs. I used the Furls crochet hook. I actually alternated between different ones because I find that the Furls hooks are a little bit shorter and they kind of dig into my palm a little bit.
Okay.
The Prim hooks, I don't have a 9mm on those. Those I like the length of. So I was going back and forth between the Furls and the Clover
Amore. Okay,
yes.
Cool.
And so this is finally done.
Very nice.
I think I used a total of 3 of those giant skeins. In the cover story yarn, I don't even know if they sell that anymore, but in the yarn, on the yarn band, there's a knitted blanket pattern, free pattern that you can do. And this started off as a knit pattern, and then the needles I found it was too difficult for me to work with. So that's why I decided to just do crochet.
Very nice.
Yeah, but it is like a weighted blanket.
It really is. It's quite. Yeah, it is
it's
heavy.
Huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
But it's very soft.
Great
I
job.
have one more.
I'll go now.
Okay.
Right. All right. So let me just finally finished this, and this was living in my beautiful sister's bag, which I love.
I love that bag too.
And I finished my socks.
Finally, good job.
So, these socks are knit out of Frankie Gray fibers in the colorway Call Me By Your Name, and it came with a mini called Peach. I have this much left of the peach. I did not do my toes in it, and actually it's a really good conversation to have to follow up. If you follow the Grocery Girls, Jody and Tracy were talking about this in their most recent episode as to whether or not with a 20-gram mini you can get heels, toes, cuffs. I could not. So I went with just my cuff and heel. I did a heel flap and gusset. So we're going to actually go back to the top.
Okay.
I cast on 64 stitches using a German twisted cast on. I follow the...
That's my go-to cast on as well.
Yeah, I use it for hats and socks.
Yeah.
I use the tutorial from Andrea Mowry. It's the one that works for me. I did 16 rows of a 2x2 rib. I did 70 rows of a 3x1 rib all the way around for my leg. Then I did a heel flap and gusset. I do 16 slip stitches before I start my heel turn. I pick up 2 extra stitches, so I pick up 18. An extra one at the beginning, an extra one at the end to close the gap. Then I did these, I want to say I did like 85 rows for my foot. And then I do a kit, your typical SSK and knit 2 together for my decreases. I decrease down till I have a total of 32 stitches, 16 on each of my needles since I do magic loop. And then I Kitchener.
You do? That's 16, huh?
I do because, so the way that I think about it too is I think I've done 12 before and I don't have a lot of room at my toe.
Right.
And it kind of matches what you do for a heel flap or an afterthought. So I just make them kind of match.
Yeah, no, I think that's smart. I usually do 14 for my toe.
And they fit beautifully for me.
Yeah.
I use Chaogu 32-inch fixed cord on a US 1. Yeah, US 1 2.25 millimeter. That's my preferred.
It's really, really pretty. This is really
It's
pretty.
a beautiful colorway.
Oh, the yarn is nice.
Yeah, the yarn's nice.
What is it?
And what I really like is the mini.
It's an 80/20.
The mini feels a little bit different. It feels like a little stronger.
Which is good because that's where you want your heel.
It reminds me kind of like a woolen Zanache.
I love these big speckles, like these random speckles.
I think it's a beautiful colorway.
How fun is that? Like they just pop out of like very sporadically, but they're like freckles. They're super cute.
Jody and Jordan have they do an amazing job. I see their colors all the time, and I'm in awe of the colors that they do. Jordan does TikTok of her dyeing, which I love watching. Like I watch Jordan on there, and I watch Arcane Fiberworks on TikTok. Yeah. Arcane Fiberworks does a lot on YouTube too of the shorts, which are really fun to watch. So yeah, so those are my socks. I don't follow a pattern.
You did great. You really did great. These are cool. I like the ribbing. I bet they feel really nice on your foot.
They do, and I don't know who I remember watching a podcast, and I don't remember who said it, but they just said socks are really good to have a ribbing because it's, like
you get that negative ease.
Right, a vanilla one's fantastic, and I love knitting them.
Same.
But sometimes you just need a little, like...
different fit, yeah.
So I really like doing the 3x1 rib. It's a pain in the butt to do, honestly. Yeah. I like the way that they feel. I like the way that they fit. They're not my favorite to knit because who wants to knit ribbing? A 3x1 rib for 7
but they're going to
inches.
feel lovely. And
then when you get to the foot, I don't do any ribbing on the back. So it's only one needle's ribbed. The other needle's just a regular stockinette.
Speaking of 3x1 ribbing, and this is kind of interrupting our FO broadcast, but I saw this morning on Instagram that Kelly McClure, who is the designer from Boho Knits, from the designer who does the Sockhead Slouch, has a pattern for fingerless mitts using fingering weight yarn, and it's free. and I thought it was really, really cute. They're called the Pioneer Gloves by Kelly McClure. And the pattern is free, so I was looking through it. It's 3x1 ribbing.
Okay.
But it looks like the ribbing allows that negative ease, and it allows for variations in hand sizes. So even though there's a small, medium, and a large, you can, for gift knits, I think that would be really, really cool because you don't necessarily have to know the exact person's hand size. If you're doing like cables or something that's not like super stretchy, you have to be very careful because the mitts might not fit.
Right.
But I thought that this was really cool. And she has charts in here and written instructions for your decreases. So I'm going to, I'm probably going to be casting one of these pairs on with some socks, with some sock yarn. But I just wanted to share that because I thought it was cool. Don't they look neat?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pioneer Gloves by Kelly McClure.
Okay.
I'll try to remember to link that down below. But if I don't, they're free. Pattern on Ravelry and bohoknits.com.
Fantastic. All right, you're up.
All right, so I showed this last time as a work in progress. It is now a finished object. This is a Christmas knit for our niece. So Reese, if you're watching, cover your eyes and don't listen. But this is really cute.
It is.
This is really cute. This is the love note. It came out really nice.
Yeah, it's adorable.
So this is for Reese. She's going to be 7 years old. So I knit. I did it as a crop top because I thought it would be really cute. She dances and stuff. So I thought, and it's oversized, right? So I thought it would be cute for her to throw over her like tights or a costume or something like that to keep her warm. She could just, and it's super wash. I did block it. I laid it flat to block. I did not pin it. I just have to trim off some of the excess ends. They are woven in. But I thought the lace, I was a little bit nervous that the lace wouldn't pop out.
No, it totally does.
It totally does. So I just laid this flat. I learned from my mistake on her sister's sweater. So that's what gave us the inspiration to do this. I have another one in progress that I'll show you for both of our nieces. But when we did it for her sister, who's newborn, I think that the collar I had screwed up and it wasn't as stretchy. So this one is definitely very stretchy. And I think it's going to be super cute. It's got I did the high-low hem. What? In the back. Like I said, crop top. I did the size for the 6 to 8.
Okay.
It was. And I did the recommended needles. So it was a
10.5.
7 and a 10. I think.
Right? Or I thought it was 10. I could be wrong. I thought 10.5.
No, I didn't do the 10 and a half. I think I just did the US 10. Let's consult we're going to have to get new notebooks.
I think we have some. I know where one is.
Use the US 7 for the ribbing and a 10 for the body. Okay. I think that's what the pattern calls for. The yarn, I use 2 fingering weights, fingering yarns held to double. So I used Mothy and the Squid, which is this one. And this is the colorway Chalk Chalk Chip. Chalk Chip Ice Cream.
One of my favorites.
And I'm going to be using that yarn for something else. One of the cute little projects that I made that I'm going to show tomorrow.
Oh,
make
yeah,
one
yeah,
for
yeah.
her. She had requested one.
Right.
And then this is Fiber for the People. This is a one of a kind. I don't think she calls it a Lucky Strike. What is she?
No, it is
a
Lucky Strike. Yeah.
And this is called Cool.
Oh, and that reminds me. So we mentioned Fiber for the People last time, and I said how I have been enjoying watching her channel. Her channel isn't under Fiber for the People, and I don't know if I mentioned that. It's Wool Hands Needles, right?
Or Wool Needle Hands. Wool Hands Needles.
I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna check. But so that's Taylor, who is the dyer.
And I think we had her link down below.
Wool Hands Needles.
Yeah, we had her link down below in the last video. We'll link her again today. Yeah. She's lovely.
Yeah,
she's lovely. I wish we were neighbors. I feel like we would have a lot of fun.
It's really funny. So I know I told.
Okay,
so,
I'm done holding this up.
But
I think this is super super cute. I did not make any modifications to the pattern at all. I knit it. I just, like I said, I knit the crop top, version, and I just think it's so stinking adorable, and I think she's going to look super cute in this.
I love the way that the two yarns worked together, right? So when you look at this one,
what a quick knit too. Look
right?
at the fun
So this is such a bright green, and you have the flecks in here of that brownish, but this tones it down so much. It really is amazing what combining two different colors
and like
do.
look at like depending on the angle that you view it, you can see some of the pink like popping through or whatever. Is there pink in there? Blue, some of the blue popping through. What color is that?
I'm not criticizing your color.
Oh, it smells so nice.
I'm not talking about
a lot of people
color.
criticize my colors.
No.
And they had suggested that I get those colorblind glasses, which I would love to do, but they're like $400 and they don't work for everybody, and that's if somebody wants to send them to me.
But you could probably send them back if they don't work for you, I would think, right? But yeah, I think that's really interesting the way that they just toned this one toned this down quite a bit. It really
I'm super happy with it. I thought it was I thought it was very cute. Just gonna look adorable.
All right, moving on to whips. I have two to talk about.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. Let me do this one because this is on the same.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yes. This is a
Knit for Brains
bag. I haven't shown my bags in a while. This is a Knit for Brains bag. I think Kevin actually bought this bag, but I borrowed it because it was really
no. I'm actually not.
And
quite
we
sure.
share everything. Too bad we can't use We Share Needles. It's been copyrighted. I'm just kidding. So this is another love note. If you guys have been following us, and we've been probably talking about this, but we knit all of our, I was going to say grandkids. We don't have grandkids.
No, we do not.
All of our nieces and nephews something for Christmas. And we have now 3 girls and 2 boys. So the 2 girls are about the same age. 7. Reese is going to be 7 in December.
Emma will be 7 in January.
7 in January. So we usually knit them the same thing. So Reese chose these colors when she was over. We had a uncle niece day, and she helped Kevin dye that yarn, and she also came upstairs and picked out 2 colors that she liked. She didn't know what we were going to do with them. And so for Emma, Kevin chose the colors, which are so cute together. Wait till you see them. I'm going to show them separately, and then you can see how they work up.
Yeah, when we were over their house, we asked what her favorite colors were. They were pink and purple.
So aren't these beautiful?
Yeah.
So you have Night Lily,
right,
which is the purple one. This is a Leading Men Fiber Arts yarn. And then this one is one of the Downton Abbey clubs that Kevin was part of from Lolo Did It. And this was the Upstairs and Downstairs July 2020 colorway. And it's called Married to the Chauffeur.
Look at us using our stash.
I know. Who are we? We need to freaking use our stash. So these are the 2 of them. I'm holding those double just like I did the other one. I didn't think that, the pattern calls for like mohair. But I didn't think that was appropriate for the kids right now. And plus,
superwash is what you need for kids so that their parents could throw it in the wash.
Yeah, especially when Reese, it was very cute on Thanksgiving. Kevin was outside with Reese and our nephew, and they were playing in the leaves. But she came in, she was wearing white tights, and of course got dirty. So this is it together. I'm not very far. I'm almost done with the lace section. You really can't see much.
You know what's so funny? This reminds me of the colors reminds me of a sweater that my grandmother used to wear. Yeah, and it probably had mohair in it.
I know you probably can't see much of it, how like it hold it together, but it becomes it's like a deeper color with fun little pops, I feel like, than the 2 of them together.
It reminds me of
like it doesn't like the pink didn't soften the purple. I feel like it almost made it deeper.
I feel like it gives me like a steampunk type of vibe, which is odd because that's typically like I think of grays and like a dark yellow.
But so like see the yellows popping in there?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So I think it'll look really cool once you get down to the body and you can really see how those colors play together. But I'm more than halfway done with the second repeat. I'm doing the same size, the 6 to 8 kids version. Same measurements and everything. They're about the same size. And Emma also she's into dance and gymnastics now, wrestling.
Should be a wrestler.
Like what? So I figure, I mean, she probably can't wear this to a wrestling match, but if she goes, to the dance or whatever, I don't know. I just think that's really cute. So I'm gonna do the same thing, crop top, same measurements. They're totally different, but super cute.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's a great pattern. I think that's why a ton of people have knit it, and it's fun to do something that we're not doing for granted, what's his face? Caleb wears the love note and he pulls that off. I could not pull off a love note.
You probably could.
I don't think so.
With your beard and everything.
You know what? I'm going to knit myself one. I'll do it one day.
Do it in black. That'd be hot.
Or gray.
Black and gray.
All right.
Hold them together. So that's living here, like I said, and hopefully that will be done way before Christmas.
I got to cast on today. I'm casting on my 2 Christmas gift knits.
Yeah. We usually kind of talk about like who's going to do who this year, but we didn't.
No, we didn't. You just took over the girls. I'm going to do the boys.
Okay. I'll probably end up doing one of them.
Because I'm casting them both on today.
Okay. We have a lot on our agenda today.
We sure do. All right. So why don't you do another whip? Because I only have 2.
Okay. How about I do this one? Super simple, super fast. This was an acquisition. Wait till you see. I have a few things to say. So this is a needle felting kit we got from big surprise that we got from Yarnia. It is not going gnome. Those are all up there, by the way, most of them. And this is called Wool Pets. They have a lot of different kinds. I saw this one was really cute. It was a little elf. Looks like the elf on the shelf.
Yeah, it really does.
Right? And so I wanted to try another kit. And I have to say that it was, it's put together very well. It's got like little cards and tips and tricks. The needles are kept in the envelope with a warning that, hey, they're sharp. Don't stab yourself. Came with like little beady eyes to put on. I did not use those, but I'll show you what I have. And then the step-by-step instructions, which are really handy. But this kit is an intermediate kit. I thought that I was safe as an intermediate needle felter because I've done such wonderful things. Especially so good with eyes. That I thought I could do intermediate. It assumes you know things.
Okay.
And I didn't. I don't know them. And the techniques in here are different than some of the stuff that I've already done. So I struggled a little bit yesterday. I did have to put it aside because I was starting to get not frustrated, but like I don't understand like what's happening. So but I'm at a cute little place. I will warn you that it looks a little scary. That's the fun part about needle felting is that it doesn't really look like much until you start putting those finishing touches on.
Okay.
Should I not even show it?
No, please. It's not scary. It's cute.
So this is what I have so far. Oh, hello. Hello. So this is him. I'm gonna take this off. So here's what's happening. So no, I'm in the progress. I'm just trying to so this was supposed to be like his arms, which are like way too long, or his legs, which like look at his body's all effed up. So I have to do some things. I hate the collar, so I'm gonna take that off. And I'm gonna redo a few things. So I'm gonna add a little bit more bulk here, more like a triangle, and then maybe I cut some of this off. Anyway, so I'm not an intermediate needle felter. I'm a beginner, and it was hard for me to realize that. But I think he's So I just okay, here's the thing too. I don't know what this is supposed to be like his collar, but it's way too big.
You know what so I have a couple comments. I think it's really cute. But when I look at it, so there's a couple things it reminds me of. One, I went straight to Dobby.
I kind of went to Dobby too. So maybe I'll turn him into Dobby. I'll give him a sock. Then
I went to Lord of the Rings.
You did?
Yeah. The orcs. Like it'd be a really happy orc. But for some reason, it reminded me of an orc.
I do think his smile is cute, and I think his nose is good.
Yeah, and I don't think the eyes are bad. The ears are okay.
Yeah. So but like I said, he's gonna have.
I think you just follow.
I know.
Just do it. Don't.
But I think the body is too long for this. He looks like a little baby wrapped in a. So I'm gonna put him away. You know, and it's okay to take a break from things, and it's okay to not be successful. And the fun thing about crafting and stuff like this is, and like this is how I am with my knitting too. You want it to look like the pattern, sure, but for me, if it doesn't, you just add a little something, something. Just make it work for you.
And I think that's
like all of these guys, they didn't look like the box.
We're supposed to have fun.
Yeah,
but I think
and I'm having fun. I wasn't last night, so that's why I put it to the side.
Right.
So I was like, let me just stop.
And I think that's important to say.
He looked so far away from...
Right? I think it's important to say that sometimes it's okay to take a break.
Yes.
Right? You know, me talking about not knitting for almost a week. Mm-hmm. And then it reminded me of a conversation that like Maddie and Kristen from We Share Needles have. And we talk about it a lot where, we lost our mojo. I don't know sometimes if it's that we lost our mojo, but sometimes you just don't have the mental capacity to do something, and it's okay to not do it,
right?
Or to do something completely different.
Yeah,
like, you know, we do talk about that a lot, about losing mojo and how do you get your mojo back, and sometimes it's doing nothing at all. Sometimes just be, and it'll come back to you.
Yeah. There's like don't put pressure on yourself. Don't judge yourself. Who cares?
All right,
do what you do.
I have a whip. My turn. Yeah.
Yes, I have two left.
So this is my active whip.
Again, I love these bags so much.
Living in my beautiful sister's bag.
I need to pull one out because I need something. What's this?
This is also an acquisition.
This is lovely. What is this?
Don't touch my yarn.
It was on the floor.
Oh.
That's how much you respect this yarn.
So, I bought this yarn at Knit New Haven 2 weeks ago.
Oh, here it is.
The yarn, they had a hat knit up in it. So I felt it and I was like, I need that yarn. And I knew exactly what it was going to make. I am making my go-to hat. This is a DK weight hat. It is Lisle cap. You guys have seen it 100 times on here. I wear it all the time. I have several. It is a free pattern. It is from Blue Sky Fibers. It's designed by Nancy Eckfall.
You also wear this hat very well.
I wear it all the time.
But it looks really good on you.
Thank
the
you.
style is like perfect for your head.
This is a hat. It is knit on a US 7. And that's it. There's no additional ribbing. So, the yarn I'm using is Lang Yarns Yak. It is 70% merino and 30% yak. It's a 50-gram ball, and this has 120 meters. I need for the hat, it calls for 164 yards, and I believe the meterage was like 130
or 120
or yards rather, is like something like that, 120 somewhere 130. So I'm definitely going to be short. Here we are right now.
Guys, this yarn,
like
Evan,
just touch it again.
I know.
I
am so beyond impressed with this yarn.
Is
it nice to knit with too?
Oh my gosh, it's great to knit with. It's a
chain ply. It's a chain. Yes, it's a netted.
No, it's not. It's plied.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I've split the plies.
No, that's a chain.
That's what I thought when I started knitting with it, but it actually, I think it's plied.
I think it's a chain construction.
I know. That's why I'm so confused because I thought it was.
But usually when you have that, it's like silk or something.
I can't speak about this yarn enough. It is gorgeous to work with. It feels lovely.
It feels incredible.
I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of a halo on it.
Not much.
The only alteration I make to the pattern is it calls for 5 rows. I do 8.
Look at the bounce. Look at the bounce on that.
I can't even tell you guys.
My goodness.
So we're gonna go to Knit New Haven today. I'm gonna buy 2 more skeins just so I can finish this hat. And
I would love to buy some, but I have too much stuff.
And then I have enough to do another hat, another DK type of hat. Because otherwise I would have part of a skein and nothing to do with it. So it just doesn't make any sense.
That'll make a nice cowl around your neck.
Oh, I wonder. I might be able to do that. Yeah, maybe I can. Mm-hmm. But this is some beautiful,
it's
beautiful
gorgeous.
Yarn.
It's so gorgeous. You're gonna get a lot of wear out of that.
Yeah. And I forget. I think it's Lauren at Knit New Haven. She did say that the yarn grows a bit, so I'm a little concerned with that, but not too much because it's not a super slouchy.
But Linda said it really didn't.
Yeah, because she knit a sweater.
Yeah, and that was a sweater. If anything's gonna grow, it'd be a sweater. Yeah.
So this is super easy. You cast on 100 stitches. Yeah. US 7. Do some ribbing and then knitting, and then you do some rapid decreasing for the top of it. But again, it's my go-to DK hat. I love wearing this. So I'm going to be knitting one for my nephew. He's going to get 2 hats this year. I'm going to knit him one of these. I'm going to knit him a hatch hat. Out of superwash, though, because, again, child. So what I'm thinking, though, for superwash, right? And we talked about this, I don't know when, and somebody, maybe the last episode, somebody asked about a comment I made about not wanting to knit a garment out of superwash.
Oh yeah, I did reply back, but it's smart to say.
So when I said that, the reason I don't want to do that, and for some people it's fine and they have really good luck with it. For superwash yarn, right, it stretches more than a non-superwash because I'm going to say scales on the fiber, when it's chemically treated, they go away. And the best example I could think of,
they become really slippery,
is like, you know, Pantene Pro V commercials?
Yes.
Remember when it shows like your split ends and it shows all the, we'll say, scales on the hair and they're sticking out, and then it's like, oh, look, I use Pantene Pro V, and now they're all straight. And it's just,
I wonder if you use Pantene Pro V on non-superwash yarns, you create your own superwash yarn.
Maybe. But it was the one thing I thought of that made sense to me on how
so
chemically
the fibers
yarn.
Like slip. So like they'll, they go like this. So they'll stretch.
They don't grip onto each other like they do prior to being treated that way. Right. So for me, especially with worsted weight garments, they just grow so much when I'm using a non-superwash yarn. So I'd prefer to use non-superwash to keep the integrity of the sweater. So what I'm going to do for the hats that I'm knitting for my nephew, knowing that superwash grows, I'm probably going to go down a needle size than what I would normally use to help create a little bit of a denser fabric so that once it is washed or worn, it doesn't, like, it allows for it to grow and not be too baggy or too slouchy or something like that.
I love that.
So that is my first whip.
Nice.
You're up.
I have 2 more left. How many do you have left?
I have 1 more.
What do you have?
The one that I didn't make any progress on, but now I could talk about.
Oh, that's a lovely one. All right, so I'll do the larger one. This has been a slog fest, not gonna lie. This is the Stephen West mystery knit along. The what's it called? Shawshank Redemption.
No.
Twists and turns. So this is Twists and Turns.
But wait, can somebody please make a shawl called Shawshank Redemption?
I bet somebody did. I bet if you ask Dr. Google.
I need a designer to do that, please.
There you go. Do it. There's one.
Who?
You. You've knit enough shawls, you can probably do it. So, I completed... I don't know where I was last time I chatted with y'all, but I finished the cable sections. I think we kind of talked about that. I'll show you the whole thing. And then I knit the...
excuse me.
What are people calling these?
I have no idea. Ribbons?
The ribbons?
I don't know. I know, I just heard somebody call it something, and I don't remember. A tie?
Something. So, the belt.
A belt?
So, I just picked up over here, and I started knitting these things. I love this, though. This looks really, really cool. The cables in there. He has a really cool technique for how to do these cables, and these are actually twisted. The stitches are twisted in here. So, you're purling and you're like knitting through the back loop or purling through the back loop in order to create the extra bump out.
Okay.
So I didn't get very far. This is where we are right now. I do love the colors.
Yeah, the colors are fantastic.
Yep. I don't know if I'm a fan of this section though. I think this looks way too busy. To be honest with you,
because of the speckling or variegation in it.
So I'm a little disappointed there, but I might use a completely different color and do the accents here. Like the I-cord accents to maybe see if it'll stabilize it. I might use that gray.
No, I think using this will.
That's what it calls for.
I know, and I think that will pop.
I will do that.
Yeah, I think you stick with
I mean,
that.
I will try. I will try a couple of different things because you just have to knit the I-cord. And then I did these like weird little tie. This is the only place I got. This is actually fun to knit. This is not fun to knit. It's just like as I'm knitting it and then I look at the rest of the shawl and like what else I still have left to knit. I'm like, holy shit. So somebody had, I don't remember who, and I'm sorry because I would have liked to have given
Zach.
you credit. Zach. Okay. So Zach had said that somebody told him once you knit this side, because you're going to do the same thing on the other side, you just pick up and start doing your stripes for the next section, and then you move back. So this way, this one whole section is done.
Yeah, I think that's
which is
smart.
good because then this gets this off of the waste yarn.
Yeah.
Here. So, you know, I love the colors. Like I said, I'm not a fan of that cable. We'll see what happens. This will probably be done in about 3 years or so. And so that's what I got. This is Twists and Turns. Unfortunately, it's getting me turned off to any more mystery knit-alongs with Stephen West.
No, we'll do it again.
The colors, I'm using all La Bien Ami. Pardon. Oh, Lord.
Do you have to
Trying
sneeze?
not to sneeze.
Just let it out. Don't hold it in.
This, I'm not going to be able to do this without looking. This is the Santoko set.
Yes.
So this is Santoki, I think is what it's called,
Yep.
which means like mountain rabbit. This is Something About Graffiti. Allow me one moment.
Consult my yarn bands.
And I will consult Driftwood Graffiti.
That's such a good color.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
I do love this a lot, except in the cables.
I love the solid, though. That
Yeah,
orange
so this
is
gold
great.
or rust. This is called rust.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful
Oh,
color.
it is really, really gorgeous. So I do love all three of these together. And the shawl, I think, looks great. So we'll see. I'm going to, like I said, I'm not in a rush, obviously. And I'm just going to, take a break. I took a break to do some gift knits. Once that's done, I'll probably do a little bit more of it. I've got some other plans, though, so who knows. I would like the finished product, though, because I think it does look cool once it's finished.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to double check and make
Just
sure I
got a
can
little
speak of
chilly.
this.
Can you?
I can.
I thought you had to wait till December.
No, November 23rd.
Oh.
Actually, let me just double check. Yes, as early as November 23rd. Okay. So I showed this last time, but I have not made any progress on it. I took part in a preview knit, so it's not like a test knit. The test knitting has been done. This is just to get more people knitting it and some more projects out there. So this is a pattern that's going to be released on December 7th. It is a Brooklyn tweed pattern. It is designed by Anna Moore. The name of the pattern is, I'm going to say it's Kinsella. It is a cable knit pieced sweater. And guys, wait till you see this. This is the sweater.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I think
Did
you show a little bit of your...
I showed it, so just so you can see again, it's living in my Kitty Did Bags tote that I love.
I love it too.
I am knitting mine at a Brooklyn Tweed shelter.
Oh,
I did go down a needle size in the pattern. The pattern calls for a US 8.
Yeah.
I did my swatch. I did a swatch, actually here, let's show it. So here we go. Here's the sweater. You have some moss stitch, some cables, some slip stitches, some cables,
Wow, this
and
is
more cables, and more, and moss. So I did a swatch for the moss stitch, and I did a swatch for
this one.
No, for this one here, not this. I didn't do the center. I did the double.
Okay.
I think this is a double horseshoe or something, and I was getting more stitches per inch, so I was tighter.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I went down a needle size. I didn't do another swatch.
You should have gone up a needle size.
What?
You should have gone up a needle size. If you had too many stitches, you need to go up a needle size.
I have too many stitches.
Like you said, you had more stitches per inch than they said.
Yeah.
So you should have gone up a needle size.
Oh, I went down.
So now you have way more than stitches. Did you measure your gauge again afterwards?
No.
You need to measure your gauge again. Because you should have gone up a needle size.
Wait, let's talk this out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, let's have a conversation here. So gauge, moss stitch, was 18 stitches for 4 inches, and I think I got like 20. Let's say I got 20.
Mm-hmm. So you need to go up a needle size.
Oh, crap.
Right. You went down a needle size?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
This is a 7.
Yeah.
What does it recommend?
An 8. But it looks like it's going to fit me.
Okay, good. What size did you do?
The 4th. So it's supposed to have a lot of positive ease. The model who I showed you had 4.5 inches of positive ease.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay. Don't freak out. You don't freak out.
I'm not. So I went. So I was doing the size 4, which is would be 47 inches. So that would give me, it'd actually give me 5.5 inches of positive ease.
So you'll have much more positive ease.
I will. But I still did the stitch count for that.
Okay.
I don't know. Now my math, I always get confused with gauge. So you have more stitches, you go up. If you have less stitches, you go down.
Right.
Are we sure?
Yes, so that you can get, so say you need 30 stitches per inch.
Right.
If you got 25 stitches per inch using a US 8, you need to go down to like a US 7 so you can get the amount of stitches that they wanted.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll figure it out. But anyways, so this comes with 2 different versions.
So yours is going to be smaller.
Which maybe that's not bad. Because 5.5 inches felt like a lot of positive ease.
Sure.
Like 4 inches I would be okay with. So maybe I'm okay. And maybe that's what my thought process was.
Okay.
To go down a needle size.
The fabric is absolutely lovely.
Knit the same.
So your fabric is great.
Right. And it's not stretched out because it's on. I actually need to switch and put a larger cord in. Mm-hmm. So I will say, I thoroughly enjoy knitting this.
Good.
I hated the cast on.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. Oh,
I did it a couple times. It actually doesn't feel very stretchy. It is a tubular cast on, but I've never done a tubular cast on in the way that this has you do it. It was quite difficult for me to do. It took me several tries. But I love working with Shelter. I talked about it a little bit last time. I've knit with Shelter in the past, and I did not enjoy it.
This color is gorgeous. Did you talk about what the color was?
I don't think so. The reason I didn't enjoy Shelter, and this would have been, we'll say like 5 years ago, is it pulled apart incredibly easily. It's a woolen, no, it's worsted's
woolen spun.
Woolen spun. It's a 2-ply, so it makes a very light and airy fabric, which helps keep you warm because it traps the air. Mm-hmm. But it fell apart incredibly easily. 5 years ago. Now this is spun a little bit differently.
Yeah.
It's definitely quite a bit stronger. I haven't had any issues with it breaking while I've been knitting it. And it really is. It's lovely to work with.
Mm-hmm. The fabric that it made it was beautiful.
The colorway is called Postcard. So it's a very light gray.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some speckles of like pink in it, which is what I wanted. I wanted a sweater that had some pink. And I believe this was recommended by Maxim Sear. He
Who dat?
So yeah, I'm super pleased with it. I'm gonna I think now I'm in this frame of mind where I can pick this up again.
Yeah.
What I did was I created a little I used a numbers app rather on here so I can keep track of the charts, because
Yeah, I thought that was really smart.
there are, so on the panel there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections of the panel.
Wow.
Some of them are repeats of the pattern, but they all end on a different row count. So there's a 4, an 8, and a 12. So I just kept track and went up to row 24. And at row 24, I would have completed all of those pattern repeats. So I just did a little thing here to keep
I
track.
think that's really smart.
And then once I'm there, I just erase it and start over. So that's kind of how I've been keeping track of it. It's a pattern made for Brooklyn Tweed. It's very well written. The schematics on it are great. And yeah, I really like it. I'm excited.
Now, what is that? The front panel? Side panel?
This is the back panel currently.
Back panel.
So the back panel and the front panel, I believe, are pretty much exactly the same until you get to your...
Wow, that's so cool.
Until you get to your sleeves.
Kev, that's going to be gorgeous.
It's going to be fantastic.
Ugh.
I don't understand this hole there, but...
Well, you can do a Stephen West thing.
No, it's just, I think my...
Oh, your stitch popped through, maybe.
No, I just think it was a little bit loose.
It's okay.
It's a little bit looser. It'll fill in because it blocks beautifully.
It does. It blooms.
Yeah, it blooms a lot. So, yeah, so that is the Kinsella, I think is how I would say it, sweater.
I would say
And
it that way,
again,
too.
there are two sizes, or two versions. There's a cropped version and a full length, and two options for sleeves, a short sleeve and a full sleeve.
Now, are they very size inclusive? Usually their patterns are, aren't they?
Yeah, so this goes...
Because you have 5 inches of positive ease.
Yeah, so there is a bracelet length sleeve and a full length sleeve.
But what about size inclusivity?
I know, I just wanted to say that because I said that there were two types of sleeves. So this fits up to a 73-inch chest.
Wow.
Is what it's written for.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely.
Right. So that was my last whip.
You did great.
All right, you're up.
Okay, my last whip is living in the prototype tray bag box from Scrappy Angel. We showed this last time. We got these at Rhinebeck as a gift to try them out, and so I actually have a project in here. Watch. So you open it up, and it opens up to a box. And in here is my project and my yarn. So these are vanilla socks. I'm using... Never mind, I found it. I'm using Woolens and Nosh, partnered... When I talked about this, I think... Did I show these last time? Already?
I don't think you had them on the needles last time.
I didn't?
I don't think so.
Because I feel like I'm having deja vu. Like I talked about this.
No, you didn't, because you cast them on using those needles.
Oh, I hated them. This is the Falling in Love special colorway collaboration between Denise and Michelle from Earth Tones Girl, Denise and Michelle from Woolens and Nosh. We got the
sock set.
Yeah. What am I coordinating? Mini. This is the yarn. And this is my sock. I think this is so much fun.
Did you see Carrie's? She finished hers.
I did. Yeah. I love the pink in here.
Yeah.
Like, how fun. Like, I don't think I've ever really seen pink in, like, a fall motif.
No, and it's a really
like
dusty
this.
pink, so it fits really, really well.
And it makes sense because it's called Falling in Love.
Yeah.
Right? So, these are it's my typical vanilla sock pattern. So what I ended up doing for the cast on, I also did a twisted German cast on, like Kevin did. But I cast on with I pulled the yarn out until the start of a brand new color, which happened to be this like yellow.
Okay.
And I did the twisted German cast on so that only the yellow was cast on. The orange was like underneath.
Did you make your loop then where the yellow and this color met, or did you do it midway in the yellow?
Right when they met. Right when the two colors met is where I put my slip knot.
Okay.
And then I cast on that way just to give it a little. I wanted to give it a little pop of color, and I'm gonna use the contrast for the toes and the heels.
Okay.
Because I kind of like a striped cuff. I think it looks cool. For me, I wanted to use all of the color breaks, to stop it here, but I ended up not. Anyway, long story short, I love this. So I did a little purl bump here.
Okay.
Which, in big picture, I probably wouldn't do that again. I used to do that all the time on my socks, and I kind of liked how it looked to separate it. But it looks a little funny here.
I mean, you can't really see it in this one because you have such a dark color.
It's too dark, yeah.
It's a little bit harder to see.
So, but I love how this is knitting up. The yarn this is her, whatchamacallit, her Targhee, 90% Targhee and 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply. It's about 411 yards. There's all the deets there. It creates a very dense, and we talked about this, very dense fabric that is just...
Excuse me.
I won't talk about it anymore.
It's so boring.
So boring. So my plan with these is to do a cut and heel, like a forethought, afterthought, cut and heel. I usually do about 7 inches or so of the leg. And then I knit my foot, and then I'll do, I'll do a regular rounded toe. I might do the 16 stitches like you had said. I knit these on a US 1 2.25 millimeter needles. I tried these on those collage needles. I think I showed them last time, the square ones that spin on the swivel cord. The needles were also like bent like this. Sometimes like the needles kind of get bent, which I do not like. I prefer the straighter ones, but whatever. I found that as I'm knitting with them, they started twisting. They started twisting too much.
Yeah. And
so the stitches, like the needles were all like bent out of place. Like it was so weird.
Yeah. And we talked about it afterwards, and I said I didn't understand with a fixed needle.
Yeah.
Like the reason I typically think of a needle swiveling is because for me, they come undone sometimes. Even if I use the T-pin to like kind of tighten it, sometimes my needle will come undone, like unscrewed, and the swivel helps with that.
I think for shawls and stuff or hats would be good. I couldn't get into a flow like I do with these. I just couldn't. So I prefer my Chowgoos. This is where I like to live. Until
he sees another.
I will try.
He will buy them. I wonder how many 9-inch circulars we have in the house that are not Chowgoo.
Well, not a lot.
We have a Knitter's Pride. We have Haya. We have Addie's.
I broke one, remember?
And
we don't have Addie's. The Addie's is the 10-inch.
Oh, okay.
Because Vincent thought that
that 10 inches is better than 9.
We were having a pissing contest, basically. So those are them. They're gonna probably go on a break soon.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna start our Advent knitting, which is with Woolens and Nosh, and I think we showed the packaging. So as we go on, starting December 1st, we're going to cast on using her Advent skeins, and it's a 12. I don't know how many stripes. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I gotta find a bag for that. What I'm gonna use.
I'm gonna use this. Oh no, it comes in bags.
Oh, it comes with a bag?
Yeah, it's already in bags.
No, I mean a project bag.
No, I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. I need to find a project bag.
I'm gonna use this one.
I think I'll pull out my
Although this is springtime.
No, it's gnomes. It's all.
Well, yeah, but they're gardening.
I think I'm gonna grab a bearded pearl bag.
Oh.
With the Coca-Cola with the bears on it.
Oh, that's.
No, with the hot chocolate.
Cocoa? Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah. It's actually in there.
Yeah, I know. I saw it recently.
Yeah. We try to rotate out our bags
depending on the season.
We have quite a bit. So this is really, really, really cool. Keep your eye out if you haven't already. Follow Scrappy Angel. We'll have her link down below. And when I don't know the name of this bag, but it's really handy. Like, it's super cool. You could actually like have this just sitting like this and pull the yarn out the top.
Yeah, that's what Michael did.
Mm-hmm. But I like to open it up because I like to look inside. That, I believe...
That's all of our knitting content.
All of our makes.
So, before we jump into Owl Post and Breaking the Bank, below we do have coupon codes. I'm not going to read off all the codes, but we have them from... We have Trilogy Yarn, Scrappy Angel.
Can I try this?
Katie Did Bags. We have a bunch of codes below, so definitely check them out. Oh, Knit Swag. Good if you need a gift for a knitter in your life.
Totally.
Knit Swag mugs. Totally. These are some of our favorite mugs. The color on these, I mean, we've had these for almost 2 years now. Yeah. And the colors do not fade.
No, and we throw them right in the dishwasher.
We have so many of these. Love these mugs.
Oh, this is even nicer than...
All right, so here's what we're using right now. This was one of our purchases. We showed this honey almond body butter, shepherdess body butter. Fantastic, super thick. It's just lovely.
Oh, it works right into your skin really, really well.
The Long Island Livestock Company.
Yeah.
Their website is livestockco.com.
We have that link down below. We'll have that link down below. This is the salve. So it's like a repair. It works really, really well. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a weird thing to talk about, but my cuticles, especially in the winter time, and I wash my hands so much at work in the hospital, that my cuticles get pretty like dry, and they like start breaking and like whatever. But this works really, really well.
Yeah, both of these are fantastic. I love that we have them in the house.
Yeah.
All right, Breaking the Bank.
Owl Post.
Oh yeah, I mean Owl Post. There's a lot, so I'm gonna start with. You have one over there, or is this?
Hey, let's talk about these real quick that they just came.
Yeah, just came today. We got to send him a message too.
Yeah, so this came from Bianco Brothers. Super cool. Sent us
like y'all. First, this comes in a really nice leather pouch. I love the red thread around it.
Can you see that?
And then we open it up.
It says needles at the ready.
Needles at the ready.
How fun. We'll have him linked down below.
They're based out of Brooklyn. So, yeah, it's...
they're
Bianco
US
Brothers.
based. Yeah, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
But
we literally just got these, so we didn't have a chance yet to go. They manufacture in America.
They're stainless steel.
They take, like super fun.
Yeah.
Super professional.
And look, it's got the little like curve in it so that you
can get underneath.
Yeah.
I know. I thought this was really cool. So BiancoBrothers.com, we'll have them linked down below. Super, super cool and super generous. So thank you very much. That means a lot. I don't think we don't have anything that says needles at the ready on it, like any of our.
No, nothing like that. So that's really awesome.
Yeah.
That was a fun
totally
fun surprise this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So this package came from Vanessa. Vanessa sent us some.
These are lovely, by the way.
Okay. And then
that's all from her.
Right. Yeah. So Vanessa sent us a beautiful package in the mail.
She made these all herself.
She's made these. I don't think she sells them.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, she doesn't. She does it for friends and family. So she sent us 2 tote bags that she made, which y'all know.
They have a magnetic snap inside.
Yeah, I'm really loving the tote. Here's the second one.
This one was made in honor of Ukraine.
Yeah, so for this one, I just saw it too.
With the colors.
Oh, the tote with the sunflowers.
Yeah.
The blue and yellow. It was chosen to support the conflict in Ukraine.
Yeah.
This is just a beautiful...
They're like, what
tote.
Gorgeous totes.
Yeah. And like Ray said, there's a magnetic snap on here. Really great sized handles.
So we're going to leave this in here because we're not... She said we can use them or give them away. I don't know what I want to do yet.
It's a linen cotton canvas, leather handles, double stitch.
The quality...
Yeah.
Like, look at her stitching. You probably can't see, but everything is really, really well done.
Yeah.
Really well done. This means a lot. Thank you so much. This is such a fun fabric.
And then in addition to that, she sent these 2 bags.
What?
This one's a really, really fun fabric. It kind of reminds me...
Did you feel the bottom?
Yeah, it's cork.
It feels like cork. Is it
It
real
is cork. Yeah.
It is?
Yep.
Box bottom, pockets inside.
Yeah.
Attention to detail. Stitching is, like, spot on.
Yeah, what's fun about this, your fabric, doesn't this kind of remind you... So you would only get it if, like, you're a video game player. Like, the motion of a sword. Like, somebody, like, using a sword. It reminds me of Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. On mine. And then you got your yarn and needles here. So these are...
This is beautiful.
And, a good little strap there.
Yeah, super beautiful. So thank you so much. This was really... Oh, yes. That's not all.
No, that's not all from Vanessa. And then...
This
was for us
We're gonna give some of these away.
So this is... I've heard of them before, I feel like. Oh, no. I was thinking it's somebody different.
No, it's a local to them. Yeah.
So local to them, Dyer out of Montana.
Out of Montana, yep.
This is polka dot sheep. Fine yarns. I'm going to open.
You are?
Yeah. Sorry for the crinkles. All right. So this is on the Tenderfoot base, which is 80/20. 400 yards, 100 grams. And this is called Mallard. Oh, my God. I totally see it.
Totally.
Oh, my gosh. That's beautiful. Totally get Mallard.
This is called Nightcap. Oh, my God. Look how gorgeous. So polka dot sheep. We'll have that link down below. polka.sheep.com.
And then... Can't have too many tape measures.
I was excited to see these. Can I see one? Or can I see that one?
Yeah. Oh. That's really fun. There's the little button inside to close it.
Oh, I love that. You can't have too many.
No. You can't have
fun.
As a knitter, you can never have too many stitch markers, progress keepers, tapes, or scissors.
I know.
Or gauge thingamajiggers.
I love this. Is such a cool idea.
Yeah. That's really awesome. So, Vanessa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Really sweet of
you.
you.
We really appreciate it. Mm-hmm. What a great package.
And another viewer had also sent us some things, and I didn't get permission to use your name, so I'm really sorry. But we thought this was super cool. Couple of things. So we got some fiber.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't get permission to use your name. I didn't. I'm so sorry.
Well, here. We're not going to give a last name, right? So Diana sent us this package. She had reached out to us and said she had some fiber that she would like to send to us.
So she sent also some things like hats and stuff, which I actually donated to the hospital.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. That went to really good hands. I put some in on our unit to give away to some of our patients, and then I sent the other ones over to the larger hospital with like the oncology department and stuff. So this is alpaca. There's Polworth.
And
look how fun these colors are.
And she dyed this, I'm pretty sure, with highlighters.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So fun. And then also a couple of bags. And you probably don't realize this.
That's a bag.
But this is a bag itself.
That's a project bag.
Yeah. So we are... I think these are really cool, too. This is what
nice
she sent
little
them in.
see-through.
So they came like this. So there's 2 bags here. Which is super cool. This is like this reminds me of Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right?
Even though, yeah.
I think
it's
like,
more math, right? I'm seeing a math equation.
Oh, you're right. It is math.
Right?
It is math. X plus V minus X plus V. No, I think it's just... Well, it could be whatever we want it to be, really.
But it's cool when you see
it's
something,
totally, yeah,
right?
totally.
When you look at something
Yeah,
and you see
totally.
something different.
For sure. Dude, I don't know if she made these bags. There's no tag in here. But it's fun because there's a zipper pocket on the inside. Which is super cool. They're very well done.
Yeah. And they're
And
quilted.
Then, yep, and then this one is like Africa with some like fire and indigenous people.
Well, apparently we don't know our geography because we said that the...
You said.
Did I?
Yeah. You said.
I said that they were from Ireland? That it was Ireland?
What?
This wood stitch
We're not
markers?
talking about last episode. That what happens on last episode stays on last episode. I made a mistake.
No, I'm just saying. I was just saying we're very bad at geography.
Yeah, well, this is Africa.
Okay. Let's hope so. But yeah, so...
Right, these came from her?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been 2 weeks.
I know.
But, so thank you very much. We appreciate the gifts.
Yes, I love this. I think it's so super cool. All right.
All right, are we good with Olive Post?
Yeah, we do have another one, but we're not showing it until December 14th.
Correct.
So don't get your hopes up.
Correct. All right.
right.
So now let's talk about
Breaking the Bank.
Breaking the Bank. And we did a lot of that. So, before we jump into that, because this card, we got this beautiful card that was sent to us. And this was for some Wright patients, some other donations. But we just want to say thank you again because we've gotten a lot of cards regarding Tarquin since the last podcast. So I just want to thank you all again for somebody's at the door. For reaching out. We've built a really great community and it's been, really special having you guys reach out to us and we appreciate it a ton. Somebody's knocking on our door. We have a doorbell, so I don't know why they didn't ring the doorbell. It could be a delivery. Don't know. Okay. So purchase-wise... oh, no. Here's one more thing. So I want to say Mary. So we met Mary at Connecticut Fiber Festival earlier this year. I want to say it's Mary. I hope I'm getting this right. Kate just said her name too. So... And she blamed us for buying a Delicue bag. So we ran into her. She was there with her brother and her family. Was it a delivery?
Yeah, it was a very aggressive hand knocking,
It
wasn't
really
it?
was.
I was like, let me find out who's knocking like that on my door.
So, so I swear her name's Mary.
Mary, I think.
Right? She's from Connecticut.
Mary.
I think so. I'm going to be... I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong. But Mary's just sticking in my head.
Me too. She was lovely.
She was. So we ran into her at Connecticut Sheep and Wool.
Oh, I just got really dizzy.
In, I think that was like April or May. And then we ran into her again at the Fiber Festival of New England a couple weeks ago now. And she had these that she gave us. And they're another type of like needle holder. So you just press down, put your needles through, and it keeps them in place. And she's a beautiful knitter, and spinner.
She had the Stephen West shawl finish.
Yeah, she did. She had the twists and turns done. Mm-hmm. So it was...
Maybe I'll send it to her. She can finish mine.
So that's one more thing that we got that I forgot to mention. So now it's on to Breaking the Bank.
Mary from Waterford.
Yes. All right, so first thing up is I subscribed to Pom Pom for us. and we got their
we
most.
We have 2 more acquisitions downstairs. That's what was at the door. We're not going to show them.
No, because I know what it is. So Pom Pom magazine. It's just I don't know that we have any, but I got really jealous
No, we
of
don't have any.
Michael's magazine that he bought with those socks in them that he just finished and showed on his last episode.
What a fun hat.
And yeah, like I know, right? So it's just,
Oh, that's a great sweater.
a shawl, a hat, several sweaters in here. There's a
Recipe.
I think a recipe for a cake. Look at that. So yeah, I thought this was a good magazine to subscribe to.
Yeah.
Some weaving in here. Like, look at this.
Now, did you actually buy the subscription?
I did. I got a 3-month subscription.
You did?
Yeah.
That's lovely. How much do those run?
I have no idea.
Okay. You know, we don't do drugs. We don't drink heavily. We're very lucky that we're able to do these things.
Yeah. And we enjoy it.
Yes.
Right? Do what you love.
That's right.
So yeah. So
Except drugs. Don't do drugs.
Pom Pom magazine. All right. Now let's talk about our trip to Knit New Haven. What we got
I think
there?
you have Knit New Haven.
Oh, okay.
I have Yarnia.
Oh, wait. Let's talk about this. So
Oh, this was really sweet.
this was. So on Thanksgiving, our sister-in-law's mother typically comes, but her aunt was here from Italy, Diane, who watches the podcast.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. And we got to finally meet her. She's commented before, and she brought us a gift. This is something that she made. It is a botanical dyed
Yes. With hibiscus.
with hibiscus and lilies from her garden.
Shut the front. Look at this.
Right.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love the colors. The
Look
colors
at
are
the-
giving me everything. Look,
Everything.
right? And then if you turn it around, it kind of like, it just changes the way it looks.
Yeah.
This way, this here, you really see a flower. Like there, I see a flower.
It's so cool.
Right? Just beautiful. So
my
thank you
gosh.
very much. We
Yeah,
gotta
this
find
is
some place
really
to put
pretty.
this.
Yeah, I want to hang it.
I know we should should we put it in a frame? Do you think it would, like, just so that
You know
it
what
does-
I was thinking? Maybe we just get like a
dowel.
a scroll, like a dowel. Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember that whole conversation? The doll conversation that we had about like how Chev has hung up her pins?
Yes.
All right, so we went to Knit New Haven because they were having their anniversary sale. And what's really fun with their anniversary sale is at the register, they have plastic like Easter egg type of shape things. And in it is a piece of paper and you get a discount. So you don't know what you're getting. I think you had to spend $50 to be eligible for it.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't know. I want to say there was
Don't
something
speak
like
of
that.
things you don't know about.
So we went. And...
You know, I'm really hungry.
Okay. We'll eat in a little bit. So we got some purchases while we were there.
You got some purchases while we were there. I got a couple. I only need 2 things. 3
Oh.
things. I know. These are not the most gorgeous things you've ever seen. Should have another one. Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Thanks. Oh, I got that one too. I forgot. Wait, what's this?
Yeah, what is
Oh yeah, I love the color. I got those too. Shoot, I thought I only got. Oh man, my pile's bigger than your pile. Those are yours. Buttons.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So first up,
I'm missing my. Oh no.
what we said, Sassy Black Yarns was there.
Yes.
So I saw this. This is called Caramel Iced Coffee. I love the color and I love the name.
Yeah.
This is a 70% superwashed merino wool, 30%
30% nylon. So
Yeah.
super strong socks.
Yeah, and it
Right?
just, yeah, it feels a little more rustic.
It does.
Feels,
And I wonder if that's the nylon in it.
I don't know, it feels stronger. I really just like the tone. I love this dark bit here. And then what I also got from, and I thought this was super smart of her. So she had a bunch of minis.
This
for
one's
sale.
mine, by the way. This is You're Getting on My Nerves. Looks like Kevin's dressed today. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
You don't get on my nerves.
So I bought some white 20-gram minis because I have some yarn downstairs from Woolens and Nosh that's skeined up called Winter Mint. Yeah. And it's like greens and reds, but I knew that I needed a contrasting heel and toe for it. So I wasn't sure what I was going to use. So I also got this green because I thought it could be fun as a like one for the cuff and heel and maybe one for the toe. So I thought it was just good to have. And it reminds me a little bit of Woolens and Nosh's base, even though they're different blends. It has that more
it is rustic
or denser feel to it.
Yeah.
So I thought it would complement the yarn really well and not give me that different texture, because for some reason that bothers me. And for me personally, in my heels and toes, if it's like, let's say I knit my sock in an 80-15 and then I go down to a 75-25, they feel a little bit different, and they may not have the same.
Interesting.
Yeah, or they may not, one may not be as dense as the other, so it's a little bit of a thinner fabric sometimes. So I got these, and she just had two different bins attached to her thing with just full of different color minis that you could grab. So I thought that was really, really smart.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
So that was Sassy Black Yarn.
I still can't get over that guy, how aggressive, or a woman, whoever they were, how aggressive they were.
I know, that was
how come we didn't get a notification on our doorbell?
I don't know. And then also what I got is I love spun right round yarn. I've used their fingering weight. Yeah. I decided to get some DK.
Oh, excuse me.
I got some DK, 2 skeins into the Pines, which I've purchased this in fingering weight before, and I love it. And then I thought to complement it, I got chimes. And I believe what I'm going to do is I may make another Paris Toujours with this. I just wore it recently, and I really love that pattern. It uses, I think, 4 skeins of DK, and the one I knit, I did it in one color. I thought it could be fun to switch it up because you have some lace sections and some garter, and to do like, here's my garter and then here's my lace, and just see how much I could use up of these 4 skeins.
What's the point of having a Ring doorbell if he doesn't pick up on the people coming to your house?
I don't know. And that's my purchases from. Oh no, one last thing. I bought some yarn for a sweater for our niece Riley, who was born in October. I got the yarn from Knit New Haven. The pattern, they had it shown. It was, I forget, something remix. It's probably, I don't even know.
Barocco?
Yeah.
Remix?
But the cardigan has a couple buttons. I think 3. So I just got these buttons. It would complement the yarn. The yarn's kind of that cute orangey color.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit off shade, but some buttons. Oh, and some eucalypt, because we're almost out. So eucalypt and eucalyptus smells beautiful. Oh my gosh.
You only got, it smells really good.
They didn't have a large one. They only had the small one. So that was my purchase. You're up.
I'll be
quick,
honest with you. I got a lot more than I thought. These were on sale, so we'll start there. Of course, you know me. I see sample or whatnot. These are the.
Oh, those were gloves. Who just made them?
Mitts. Kate or
Laura. Laura?
Kate or Kim.
And they saw them at New Haven, and that's why they made them.
So these are the Iliamna mitts. And this is using Katara yarn by Anzula. I've never heard of this yarn before. It's DK weight. It's hand dyed in Fresno, California. They're 50-gram skeins. It's 50% yak and 50% superwash merino. I got the color Echo. I got 2 of them. You should be able to make 2 mitts, I think, with 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. So I got 2 just to be on the safe side, and I'm sticking to my don't buy only a single skein of yarn, except for why did I do that?
Sock yarns, some sock yarn's different. If you plan on using it for socks, you don't need 2 skeins.
Okay, I got these lovely DK weight, and I will be putting those to the side to make mitts.
And since we just mentioned all three of their names, Kim, Kate, and Laura, they are the Knitting Posse on YouTube. And Laura actually made me purchase a pattern because of the last episode. So you bought this, not knowing that.
No, I didn't
Kim,
know that they.
But that's funny. And
I don't know if it was Kim or Kate.
No, it was Kim. I'm pretty sure. But in the last episode, Laura talked about a hat, the Oslo hat.
Oslo hat, yeah.
I bought the pattern for that.
You did?
Yeah, because I was like, oh my God.
What weight of yarn is that?
DK. Think.
Okay. So then I kept going back to this because number one, it feels really lovely.
I don't remember seeing that there, but
I was going to get a sweater's quantity of this.
You were.
But I'm glad that they didn't have enough. So this, I absolutely think this color is gorgeous. It's called Chocolate Milk. I think it's called Chocolate Milk. I could be lying. That's really why I bought it, because of the color. Chocolate Milk. I thought it was lovely. They feel so nice. It's a superwash, 55% superwash wool and 45% cotton.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm not 100% sure what to do with these.
A cowl or a scarf.
Oh, maybe a scarf. Cotton, though?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's wool and cotton blend. So I think maybe a scarf.
I don't know.
You could do a fun little one that maybe has a little patterning on it. Not something crazy, just a different stitch pattern. It could be fun.
This is a worsted weight yarn, I think.
Yes. Or, you know what you could do? You could use some of the worsted weight that we have that's wool of the Andes and do some striping. Use this as your main color and then find some other worsted weight to mix with it.
To do what?
To make a scarf. You said you never made one. Now you can.
I never did, but I don't have plans to make a scarf.
Well, now you do.
Well, I have these two skeins that I thought are just lovely.
Beautiful.
I love the color. I thought it was so much fun, so I ended up buying those. I ended up needing. I got some US 10 DPNs because I wanted to try DPNs on the sweater sleeve, Reese's sweater. I ended up just doing magic loop. I tried them. I wasn't a fan. I'm not a huge fan of DPNs, but I tried these. These are that word.
Maybe we'll use them in a giveaway if you're not going to keep them or use them.
Maybe. Might have to sneeze again.
Bless you.
Thank you. Also got these Snap bags by Delaque. I've been eyeing them over there, and Maddie and Kristen love these Snap bags. Yep. This one I thought was really fun because it was rainbow. The cool thing with this set is that there are 3 bags in here. So you have your larger one, you have your smaller one, and then you have your notions.
Cute.
Pouch. Thought those were really cool. Oops. And then you just snap them together. So you can pull your yarn out from here without having to worry about snagging any of the yarns, like a zipper or whatever.
Right, and then unlike
you can see right through them. You can see what's there. But isn't that cool?
Yeah, and unlike something that has a grommet where you pull the yarn through and then you're kind of stuck.
Right.
You can open it and you're not stuck.
No. And then this is a splurge. This is an expensive skein of yarn, but it's really lovely. And I will also blame the girls at the Knitting Posse.
Don't blame them all. Just blame Kim.
I will blame Kim at the Knitting Posse. She did an entire sweater out of Clinton Hill cashmere, which is freaking...
The sweater's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
We saw it when we went to
white
pick up every stitch.
Or cream.
I know.
Nope.
She's got to wear a poncho over
you
it.
You have to. Like a plastic poncho.
A plastic rain
so
poncho.
that you can actually see the stitches.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're still protected. Like the plastic that people would put over their couches.
Yeah, that's what
we should buy her.
I'm gonna for Christmas.
Yeah, for Christmas. Kim, you're getting a clear poncho for Christmas. So, I got the Clinton Hill Bespoke DK in 2 different colors. Now, last year, you got a hat pattern. You got a skein of this, and she designs. I can't remember what her name is right now. Laura? No.
I'll check. You keep talking.
She has a pattern, a hat pattern, that uses one skein of DK because this is a pretty high price point. I think it's close to $45 a skein, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a 50-gram skein of yarn. It's 100% cashmere, 125 yards, which is about 114 meters per 50-gram skein. I love these two colors together. So what my plan, and I bought 2 of these skeins.
Her name's Rebecca.
Rebecca. I apologize. What I would like to do is look at that pattern that Kevin got and see about making a striped version.
If you do that, then
and I'll make and I can exactly, and I'll make 2. So I might do. I don't know how it's knit up, but I have to look at it. So I would do like the ribbing, this color, and then I would alternate some stripes.
Yeah.
And then the second hat, I would do the ribbing this color and then alternate stripes the other way, or make them thicker or smaller or whatever, depending on. But I love these 2 grays together. I think it looks really good, and it's completely in my wheelhouse.
And what I would do too, my thought initially is to check.
Oh my God! Imagine a whole sweater in this.
No. I mean, it'd be lovely, but no. What I would do is I would go
Kim's
on a
never
Ravelry.
gonna wear that out. She can never wear that out in public.
I would go to Ravelry and search the yarn.
Yeah.
And find patterns that people have used the yarn in, and you may be able to find a hat and some details on
Well,
what
I would like
they
to use
did.
the hat that she
So yes.
Yeah.
And so the thing too with cashmere though, and I think even Linda and I talked about it at New Haven, is even going down a needle size, because again, cashmere grows. So you have to be mindful of that when making a hat. Mm-hmm. All right, so that's Knit New Haven.
That's Knit New Haven.
All right. And then we went to Yarnia.
One more place. This...
So, going to Yarnia, I purchased yarns, some of them based on their recommendations. Again, we watch their podcast. They talk about these yarns quite often. And when we went in, I said, hey, I need you to show me these yarns that you talk about. So one of the yarns that they talk about quite a bit is Lucky Tweed by Kelborn Woolens. It's 100% merino. It's a worsted weight. It's 210 yards. It's made in Ireland. And I got 3 skeins of it in different colors. What I'm going to do is I have some hats that I want to knit with these. I think it's the Snow Globe or Globe hat. That's a new pattern from Tin Can Knits. So I purchased
this is going to look lovely.
Color. This is called Ocean. It's actually a little bit dark. This is true to color right here. So this is Ocean. It's a nice dark blue, and it has some green and light blue, a bunch of different colors in here. And then I also purchased Navy. So I may even use all 3 as a color work hat.
I think it would be really, really pretty.
And then
this is a really nice color.
This one is beautiful, and I may buy more in the future. I feel like this could be a sweater.
I was going to get that in a sweater's quantity, but I felt it was too close to this.
Yes. So this is called Fog. This, y'all, I don't know if it's going to come across. It's a very, very light blue.
You can see
almost like a little green in it too. This is a beautiful color.
Yeah.
So I got those, and then another one that they used, and this one I just have to do a little more research on and see if it's superwash. I don't think it is, which I'm bummed about because I got it for a hat for my nephew.
The Eco Tweed.
Yeah, so this is Ella Ray Eco Tweed. And they, I think Kathleen
You just don't want it to felt like when you're washing it.
Right. Kathleen has used it recently, and she likes it just as much as Lucky Tweed. So this is 75% merino. Yeah, I don't think it's superwash. And it is 25% polyamide. Polyamide?
Which is like nylon.
Which is like nylon, Ray says. And it's made in Turkey. So this is color... This is graphite.
Which was once Constantinople.
And this is driftwood. So beautiful colors.
Yeah, it's really, really pretty.
And then I believe I have not come across a yarn shop here. I don't think The only one I could think of is maybe Knit New Haven, but I don't remember.
I've never seen it there.
I don't know if I've ever seen this in person and outside of Rhinebeck weekend when we were at Woolen Folk, but I got some Lobby Enemy. And if you guys notice, this looks very similar to the yarn that I just bought from Spun Right Round, so I'm definitely feeling this blue.
You are in that vibe.
I'm in my blue fade. This is called Jasper.
It's gorgeous. Look at the speckles. Yeah.
So this I'm going to use possibly with yarn that's somewhere behind me. That's from Spun Right Round. I think it would be really good in a shawl.
It would be. Just don't do cables.
No. I'm thinking because I still haven't knit myself a large dotted raise.
I know.
So it's possible that I may use 4 skeins for a dotted raise.
That'd be fun.
Who knows? But love it. Blue, orange, rust color, some dark greens in here. It does. It looks like Jasper.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I have a colorway Jasper that I haven't been able to dye because the yarn's not, or the dye's not available. One of the colors, which is one of my favorite colorways to dye.
I just had a really good idea.
What?
So I was looking because you said dotted rays, and I have these 2 skeins that meant to be dotted rays.
Yeah.
What if I hold one of them with like because I think it's going to be really bright and like all over because it's this, that one.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I hold that with like a white mohair.
With a
and
Surrey. Do it with a Surrey.
And do a Paris to Shore.
You would need more though, because Paris to Shore I think uses 4 skeins of DK weight. So,
or maybe I do the Paris to Shore fingering weight version.
I have a beautiful idea for it. So, do that. Do what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. Hold some Surrey with that for your garter, and then hold Surrey. I think 3 times or 4 times for the yarn over section.
That could look really cool.
It could.
Okay.
All right.
Moving on. Also.
So that's what I purchased from Yarnia.
I thought you had gotten one of these.
What?
One's like a single skein of that, but I guess not.
I did. No, I did not. No.
Oh. So I ended up getting a sweater's quantity of yarn. I wanted to get a sweater's quantity of the Lucky Tweed. This is for
the gentleman's cardigan.
The gentleman's cardigan. I think I showed this either last podcast or the one prior. Aaron shared this pattern with me. I still have to buy it though. Aaron shared this pattern with me at over Rhinebeck weekend, saying that this would be really cool, a really cool pattern. And sorry, everyone.
Oh, I gotta put that app on my iPad.
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of this now that I've searched for it. My Ravelry, notebook, favorites. This is the gentleman cardigan, and it's a fisherman's rib. I think it looks really, really sharp. I love the the details. Very beautiful cardigan. So it calls for a worsted weight yarn, and I thought this was really cool. So I ended up getting Lucky like a medium brown. I thought that would look really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
With the Tweety flecks and stuff like that. There's like flecks of like. I'm not gonna try the colors because Kevin's gonna make fun of me.
No, I'm not.
But yeah, I think this would look really good. So I bought sweater's quantity. I bought 10 skeins. Hopefully that's enough. It should be over 2,000 yards.
It's more than enough, I think.
I have gained some weight since I stopped exercising. So this is called, medium gray. Colorway is 036. So I think this will look really cool, really sharp as that cardigan. So that's what I got. I also got, we love these. These are become my favorites, stitch markers. Stitch markers. They're the round stitch markers. They look like that. They're that size.
Yeah, and I think this comes with
60. Cocoa Knits. 6 colors, 10 each, 60. Yep.
Yeah, they're really nice. I like a thinner one. I don't know why. some stitch markers I'm not a huge
Yeah,
fan of.
they're too like I know what you're saying because like they can get thick and like when you go to
knit, I feel like, they annoy me when I purl. To be honest, if I have to purl by a stitch marker and it's too thick,
well, because it takes up that room, the
yeah.
stitches can't like sit next to each other.
Yeah, it just they do annoy me sometimes.
Yeah. What's really cool about there's fun colors. Oh, there's
they're
we
different.
We have different colors.
They're different than the ones that we have. Yeah.
So they're metal, which is really really great because we have those
the thread and maple
phone holder thingamajiggers.
Yeah, that has the dish that is magnetic and it'll keep your stitch markers if they're metal there. So those stick and they work really well.
Magnetic, so they'll stick to that. Yeah. So we got those, and then last, this is really cool. This is Sugarbush yarn, which they ended up getting a ton of, and you should watch their podcast. But they had a whole bunch of white or like the natural color, like right boxes and boxes of
right because the company went out of business, and so they bought up all of the yarn. And they love it.
It's really lovely feeling, and I actually wish I had gotten some more of this. So it's 100% superwash wool. It's 190 yards per 100 grams. So this is like a worsted, but it's single ply.
Is it?
Like, look at it. It's got, like, I can't see, there's no ply to it. Or it's a chain.
No, it is.
Construction?
No, it's plied. It's just, it looks like
it's so
almost
round.
It looks like it's an 8-ply, but that's not tightly spun.
It's not tightly spun.
So it looks like a loose 8-ply is what I would think.
Maybe. It's like almost a chain. I don't know. It's really interesting.
It's a really bouncy, soft yarn.
It's super soft. So this is in the colorway Pink Posy, which I thought was really cool. And they ended up having somebody dye it for them. Color Wheel Yarns dyed it for them specifically.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of different colors. I really wish I had bought some more. But
well, they do ship.
Oh, they do ship. Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right. So we'll have them linked down below. This kit I also picked up. That was from Yarnia. Really fun. They have, I think they were selling their holiday stuff for 20% off. I don't know if they're doing it online as well as in-store, but definitely give them a check.
Yeah.
I also bought another kit for another really fun project.
We'll show tomorrow.
Which I'll show tomorrow.
Yeah, they, again,
Lovely.
The yarn stores that we go to are just lovely.
We're very lucky.
We love Knit New Haven, and Yarnia was a beautiful yarn shop to go to. They were so welcoming and friendly. We talked, when we went to pick up every stitch, another lovely yarn store. So definitely check out all these stores. A lot of yarn stores will or do ship. So yeah, support your local yarn store. And that's all. That's everything. So now we're gonna just do our typical what we've been watching and what we've been reading.
Lovely.
So watching, it's Ray's favorite time of year.
Which I don't mind it. Last night, it's you know what it is, because there's a I didn't realize that it's an actual event. What's it called?
Tournament.
I
love college basketball, so Ray does not. He will.
No,
he didn't. No, you do not enjoy it like I do.
Not like you.
You can tolerate it. I enjoy watching it.
It's good knitting time.
I will watch a ton, so I've been watching a bunch of that, and will continue to do so this weekend. As some more, not today though. I don't think there's any games on today that I want to watch. So we've been watching that. We've still been continuing our watching of Supernatural. We're almost done with season 6.
Yes.
So, and then I think just podcasts.
We've been watching a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we did watch? What? We watched a Hallmark movie the other day.
We did. Hallmark Christmas movie season, y'all.
It is that season.
It is. It's so comforting.
It is. I forgot the one that we watched 2.
No, we started a second one and we didn't finish it because we went to bed. It started a little bit later.
Oh yeah, when she lost her memory or something.
Yeah. That was Alice from Twilight.
Yeah.
What was the one that we watched though?
We watched.
I don't know the name of it. I don't remember what it was about. That's the beautiful thing about Hallmark movies. You don't have to remember what they're about.
Wasn't something about a Christmas tree? It doesn't even matter.
We caught it in the middle. Oh, yeah. We caught it at the hour mark.
Oh, she was a designer.
She was an interior designer.
Yeah.
And he was architect
or something. He had bought like a cabin.
And then the foster, yes, the guy was making the donations to the foster home.
Yeah, and then found his sister, but
yes.
he covered up his
past.
He was still alive. She thought he was dead or something.
Yes.
You know, typical regular storyline.
Yeah,
you know,
fantastic.
Drama ensues, and then happy
Oscar-worthy performances
totally.
and story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And then reading. We didn't do this last time.
No, so I don't even know where we left off. I'll have to be really quick about what we're doing.
So I've read. I'm actually pulling up our show notes from last time, so I have an idea. Or not last. Oh no. No, we left it in. Remember, we left it in so that we could refer back to that. So,
good plan.
All right, so I finished reading You and Me by Tal Bauer. It is a male romance novel. This one hit me in the feels, guys. The end did. It takes place in Texas. The main characters are two fathers, and they meet because their sons play high school football together. One of them is a single father. The other is a divorced father who was Mormon. So their relationship and one of them, prior to meeting the other, did not. He considered himself heterosexual. He didn't have any inclination, like growing up or through his early 20s, any attraction to men. So it was just he attracted to the person, which was really really cool. And the story, I just thought it was great. There is some triggers in there that have to do with I'll say drug addiction and suicide were two of the triggers in it. But I mean, I literally got teary-eyed reading this book. I just thought it was fantastic. I really enjoy Tal Bauer's novels, or novellas, as I like to call them.
You do. Your gay novellas.
My gay novellas. And then I also finished reading Wintersteel, which was book 8 in the Cradle series by Wright. This I've been reading for a while. It's an 11-book series. It follows Weishi Linden, who comes from Sacred Valley, and he wants to be a sacred artist. Sacred artists are almost like ninjas with powers, is the best way I could describe it.
Okay.
Right? It's kind of like that, a ninja with powers, pretty much, with like superpowers. But there's so many different levels of them.
And so many paths you can focus on.
Yeah, like a path is...
like a specialty.
Yeah.
And where you draw your power from and what kind of...
and how you use it.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 main specialties, branches, right? Enforcer, ruler...
well, those are techniques.
Well, but that's where everything stems from. So in Sacred Valley, you are either one of those 4, and then you follow your path. You're an enforcer, and then you follow the path of the white fox. Or you're a ruler, and you follow the path of the white fox. And you learn these other techniques following that path. So whatever. So Linden starts in Sacred Valley. Now he's in the big world that nobody in Sacred Valley knows about. And he's met this ragtag group of people who are all sacred artists. But his main focus is he was given some insight to the future and something that was going to happen later in his life, and given the choice of saying, you can stay here and live a really, really happy life, and you will have everything that you've wanted, but
your life will be cut short a little bit.
Yes.
Or and so will everybody else that lives in the Sacred Valley.
Right. But you could change fate. But in order to do so, you have to leave everything that makes you comfortable. and you have to follow this route, and you can prevent what I'm showing you. And
that's how it started. And
that's how it starts. Book 1, and now I'm in book 8. And book 8 was the longest book that I've read. I took a break, or was it book 7 that was long? And that's why I went to read Tal Bauer.
You did take a break because you said that was a little much.
8 was long, and I took a break midway. Yeah. Read Tal Bauer, went back and finished book 8, and then I read the next book, which is called. It's by somebody else who I really... Oh, The Christmas Wishlist by N.R. Walker. I read the first book in the series this time last year. This takes place in Montana. It's another male romance novel. The main character is Australian. He's been here for, I think, 15 years. And he takes a job in... Crap. What's the name of the town? Remember I said when we were driving through Jersey, it looked like town? Takes a job at a bed and breakfast who's run by a newly guy who has come to terms with the fact that he is gay, got divorced, he has 2 kids with his ex-wife, and is trying to open up this bed and breakfast. And
follow the bread shop.
The other character is gonna be working there for a week with he's gonna be the chef for the week, and then you follow their story over that week.
Sounds like a Hallmark movie.
It is a Hallmark movie. They mention Hallmark movies in here because the town looks like a town that a Hallmark movie would take place in, so it's a little bit cheeky like that, and I just love it. It made me laugh. It made me smile. It's exactly what I needed to read. It's not heavy on the dirty, and it was a cute book. I enjoyed it. And now I'm reading book 9 in the Cradle series. That book is called Bloodline, and it's quite enjoyable. I like where this is going. I don't know. I always feel like with this, because you're reading it, we go back to Sacred Valley, y'all. We're back in Sacred Valley.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this.
You learn something. I won't give it away. You learn something about Sacred Valley. And I don't recall if it's in this book or a previous one. I think it's mentioned slightly, but you really learn about it here.
Okay.
Which explains a lot of the book.
Really?
Yeah. It actually explains quite a bit. So Lyndon is with all of the peeps. He's with Yaren, Mercy, Ethan, Orthos.
Orthos is back?
Yeah.
You just fucked up the whole thing for me now.
No, I didn't. Who else? A couple other people.
Oh, I'm so excited. Orthos is back. He was one of my favorites. Cool. I loved him.
Yeah, and what was supposed to happen 30 years from the date when the book started is happening now, but like 3 years.
Yeah, I got to that.
So the process has sped up for whatever reason. And but then there's these outside forces who sometimes don't appear in any of the books. The Abaddon, is that how you say it? That's how I read it.
That's how I read it too. Okay. Well, I think that's how it is in the
I don't know that I heard it in the Audible, but Abaddon, they're almost like gods. You know, they remind me very much of like Greek gods or
like Titans.
Yeah, very kinda similar like to that. Yeah. And sacred artists, as they level up, we'll say, they can ascend and become an Abaddon. And in the book, sometimes your story's coming from their perspective, and they are, we'll say, Titans who look over multiple iterations of planets. Right. So it's not like, I don't see it as solar systems. I almost see it as the
little
solitary
mini universes.
Yeah, like this planet that's over here, and it's like iteration 1 is, we'll say, I think it is Cradle. And then you have like iteration 569 is desert, or whatever the case is. So it ties the Abaddon and the characters from Cradle together. But it's really weird because it's almost like computer programmed the way that it talks sometimes. it's so different than anything I've read, and it's such a good book. Great world building and character building.
Yeah. As you can tell, I'm reading that as well. I'm on book 5, I think, or 6.
I think 6.
It is called...
You just finished Ghostwater, Skysworn?
Nope, that was before Ghostwater. It was called...
Ghostwater.
Let me go back. Let me actually open up my my Goodreads, because that's all updated. If you don't follow me on Goodreads, follow me on Goodreads. My link is down below. I like having friends. So... Well, let me go back. I finished reading the Paper Magician series, Master Magician. I gave it 3 stars. I think I talked about this.
You did,
as the series progressed. Not my favorite. I finished it. It was a struggle to finish it. I'm glad it's done. I think it would be really good for certain people. It's just not my wheelhouse. I didn't care for it very much at all. I also finished City of Light, Traveler's Gate series number 3. And it was the last of the Traveler's Gate series. I gave this entire series 5 out of 5. I loved it very much. It's the same author as the Cradle series, which we're reading right now, by Will White. I find it was really cool. There's a lot of similarities, but differences. But a lot of similarities between this world and that world. Whereas you had travelers as opposed to like sacred artists, and each traveler got their powers from a different like world. It was really, really neat. Also something I had never read before, like a type of book that I had never read before. It's, again, your main character is kind of going through that journey. Starts off kind of wanting to get revenge, or and be that hero and save people, and then you see him progress into obviously the the strong person that he becomes. Very similar to the Cradle series, which we're reading right now. Obviously, I finished Ghostwater. Oh no, did I not put? Oh, I don't have my.
Go to your Kindle app.
My next one in the series.
Hold on.
Oh, it's okay.
You are reading Underlord.
I am reading Underlord. Let me just add this. Number 6. Underlord, number 6. I'm going to add this to currently reading. What I was doing for a while, because now I ran out of credits, was I was because it's such a good series.
It's so good.
Yeah, I was listening to it on Audible as well as reading, and my Kindle links to the Audible and vice versa, so it was really nice because I could just pick up where I left off and listen to it in the car. My previous, what I've been doing previously was listening to a separate book on Audible and then reading this, but because I liked it so much, I wanted to just find out what was happening, so I started doing both. Problem with that is I'm out of credits. I have 1 credit now.
Oh, remind me, I'll send them to you today.
That's okay.
No, I have 10.
Oh, I love them. I go through my credits really quick.
Yeah, I'll send.
So I was waiting on this one because I'm about halfway through this book. So I felt like I didn't want to waste my credit. I'll do my credit on book 7. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. It's really, really fun. I love it very much.
Yeah, it's so good. I think I would love to see this made into a TV series.
Oh my God, it would be too much.
I know it would be too much, but
there's so much involved.
There is, but somebody could do some type of justice to it. I think it would be a fantastic TV series.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
I think that's all.
Well, this was the director's cut of Needles at the Ready, episode 74.
That's a wrap. So make sure that you come back tomorrow and see us live. We'll record our version.
It'll
stay
up.
It'll be a really cool thing if you can participate in the entire event and try to see different things.
There is something that's going to be limited in it for the first 24 hours.
Yes.
Of it.
You're
airing.
right. We could probably say, so we're going to be doing a giveaway during it. But it's only going to be open for 24 hours.
Yes.
And you're going to have to solve a puzzle.
You are.
What?
There's going to be a link to a form in our show.
Please don't ask us right now. It'll only be on the live.
Yeah.
No early birds, please.
Nope. So it will be there. It will only be available for 24 hours.
Yes.
So we will talk about that tomorrow.
Totally. So check us out tomorrow along with all of our friends. And then also partake in Small Business Saturday, support those small businesses, and get your finished items and works in progress for your Stephen West knit along, your Westies Unite knit along, so that we can draw those prizes, and we'll put that to a close on the 30th.
Yeah, and I think that's everything, right?
Yeah.
So thank you guys for sticking around with us this long.
It was lovely to actually.
You.
Wasn't it? I mean, I know we have things to do, but wasn't it nice to not feel rushed?
Yes, because last time we were definitely really rushed.
Yeah.
So we appreciate y'all sticking around.
I think we've covered everything.
And
do you want me to teach you how to knit? Which one we? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! I was like, what are you doing?
No, we're done.
So we will see y'all in a fortnight. Until then,
bye.